Qualitative Analysis Lab, unknown E. And here is unknown E. It looks like this, which, like all the other knowns, looks like just a clear solution, but there are some possible ions in it. There's either Ag or Ba or Zn, or Ag and Ba, or Ag and Zn, or Ba and Zn, or all three, or none. So there could be 0, 1, 2, or all three of these ions present. The process that I'm going to do to figure out what's in there, or help you figure out what's in there, is I'm going to add Cl-. I'm going to mix it. And if there's a precipitate, I'll centrifuge and decant. And then otherwise, I'll just go right to taking the solution and adding the next step, which was FeCN6 minus 4. Again, I will mix it, and then if there's a precipitate, I'll centrifuge and decant it. Otherwise, I'll just go right with a solution and add the last thing, which would be the CrO4 minus 2. You're going to use what you see here and look at your flow chart to figure out, first off, put your unknown number. It's actually a letter E, and then Ag plus. Yes or no, is it there or not? Ba plus 2. Yes or no, is this one here or not? And then Zn plus 2. Yes or no, is this cation here or not? For each cation, whether it's a yes or no, write the supporting evidence for that and look at the video for more explanation of that. Watch the video of the general info for unknowns to get more specifics about that. All right, let's stop our share and give you a better screen to see this letter E. And so I'm going to take a look here. So I'm going to fit this on here. And I have this test tube, and I think you can see it's a clear solution. I'm going to add Cl minus to it. So watch what happens when I add Cl minus. It'll go right here. Okay, put 10 drops in there, and to me it still looks clear. I'll mix that, but clearly I'm not seeing anything else happening. So I don't need to centrifuge and decant. There's really nothing to centrifuge and decant there. So I'm going to go right to the next step, FeCN6 minus 4. Okay, I put my drops in there, and it wasn't huge, but definitely significant cloudiness as I added the drops. Here's something clear, and this is what I added. So I'm definitely seeing some cloudiness there. And what I'm going to do is mix that good, and then I'm going to centrifuge it, and hopefully that's going to separate that out so I can do my next test. We'll see how that goes. Sometimes these things. Let's talk a little bit about the centrifuge. I put it in here. Notice I had a blank test tube in my test tube. I want to keep a balanced load when I do this, and it's going to spin around really fast, just like, and what happens, heavier things go to the outside, which would be like the precipitate. So if you were at Valley Fair, you went on a ride, you weigh more than air, you're going to feel like, oh, I'm being forced to the outside with the centrifugal force as you go around really, really fast. And that's what's happening. The precipitate's heavier than the solution part, so that should separate, go to the bottom, and it'll be kind of angled because of the way I put this in. So hopefully that's long enough. Again, usually those precipitate very well, or it separates pretty well. Sometimes I have to remix and recentrifuge if it doesn't do that great of a job. Okay, so I'm going to find this here, and I see some haziness. Okay, but I think, and I see some solid at the bottom. You know what? I'm going to maybe try that one more time. And what I'm going to do is just put the haze in a different test tube. Okay, so that's the solution, but it seems like it's still got a little bit of this left over. There's a solid at the bottom. I might give it one more zip, and I'm going to take out the solid I got, see if I can get anything else out. I can still go to the next test like this, okay, but it's nicer to have a little bit of a cleaner backdrop right there. So there's definitely some solid at the bottom that I got from that step. And I'm just doing a recentrifuge and see if I can get any of that extra stuff out there. Okay, so it's nice to have a clear backdrop to see if the next thing is forming a precipitate or not. I think I can probably still tell, but this will hopefully make it just a little bit more clear. And I'm just trying to stall a little bit, giving it a little bit of extra time to get the centrifuge magic going for us. Okay, let's see if that does us any better. And let's see. Oh, well, that looks really clear, but that is my blank solution. So, and let's see. I'll grab that out of here. Yeah, a little bit more came to the bottom, not much. So it's a little bit hard to tell. And it looks probably on video, it looks pretty cloudy. It's not too bad. I can kind of see through that. But there's definitely some haze there. So what I'm going to watch for in my next step is, does that haze stay the same, increase or decrease, and just take a look there. So, or I'm sorry, does it stay the same? Yeah. Or increase probably. So notice it's getting yellow as I add this, but I don't see any distinct cloudiness. And I know with CrO4, if that is a test where something is precipitating, it'll get really cloudy right away. So I'm going to say with this, even though there's some haziness, I didn't see any additional haziness when I added the CrO4 -2. So I'm going to go with that. And that is your information for letter E, unknown E. And again, watch this. So you're going to be answering yes or no for the 3 cations on that on page 5 or 6, but make sure to watch a general information video to make sure you're doing that other part where you're asked to supply supporting evidence for that correctly. All right, let me know if you have any questions about unknown E.